Would you like to say what you're looking at on the internet there?
Well, right now I'm having a look at...
I'm afraid I'm going to have to stop you. Our equipment can't pick up your voice when you're wearing that buff there. So can you take the buff off?
This one?
That buff, yes.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay, right. Is that better?
Yes, that's definitely better. We can hear you now. Gordon, what is it that you do?
Well, firstly, I'd like you to call me Gordon the Guardian.
The Guardian?
Guardian of the internet.
Oh.
Well, it's I don't really, I mean, you can't really guard the internet, so I'm kind of like, I'm guarding the opinions of people on the internet and telling them when those opinions are fundamentally wrong.
And so, how do you do that?
How do I do that? What I do is I go, for example, this review here, this is the review for Uncharted 3 on on Sony's PlayStation 3 on the Eurogamer.net website, and they've given it an 8 out of 10. So what I'm doing is, everyone who's agreed with that score, I'm putting a little negative mark next to their name, which you can do on the discussions, and I'm also calling the man who reviewed it, Simon Parkin, an idiot. I don't even need to read that review to know that that score is a disgrace.
A lot of people would say 8 out of 10 is a good score.
I mean, maybe if we were ranking how good the cheese is from maybe the Tesco. Yeah, my mum gave me a 76 rated game from the Metacritic, and I put that game straight in the fucking bin. It's just, if there's not people like me to tell other people that their opinions are wrong, it's just anarchy.
So how can people tell that it is you on the internet that's telling them, you know, what they're doing wrong?
Okay, well, they can always, obviously, there's my name, Gordon the Guardian, which I go by on all the forums, and also I've got my profile picture, which is V from Alan Moore's comic V for Vendetta, and he's smoking a joint.
So what is an acceptable score then?
10.
And that's it, that's all that you...
I'll accept 9.5, but at anything less than that, the game must be either totally shite or out on the Wii.
And so what games have you played then? Have you played any of the games that you disagree with the reviews of?
I mean, because I'm spending so much time on the internet having fights and with people, I don't have time to play.
You mentioned those fights. What is it you call them again? Flame.
It's a flame war. Yeah, a flame war. I suppose if you were to give me a rank, I would be a captain. There was one here with Deckard 1 on Eurogamer, and I was calling him a noob, he was calling me a dickhead, a faggot, and eventually I called him a fucking noob and changed my email address.
So what games have you played recently then?
The last game I bought brand new from a shop was probably Zelda the Wind Waker on Nintendo, and you can see why I bought it here, because it's got a 10 out of 10 gold stamp, and that gold stamp...
Can you hold that up to the camera for us? We can hardly... Let's just... Oh, there we go. Yep, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. And that was from Nintendo Official Magazine. Now that was when the lineup of Nintendo Official Magazine included Steve McGlintock, Paul Chatham and Christopher Morrison, and that was maybe the best lineup of any official Nintendo magazine that year. And
what would you say to people that also want to guard the internet and be like you and uphold standards in video game journalism on the internet?
I would say, well, there's only one Batman, and there's only one Gordon the Guardian.